Look at that absolutely amazing Texas sunrise. Absolutely beautiful. The only thing wrong with it is that it's currently 38 degrees here outside of Houston, Texas, and that means we've got to do the thing we do every year when it gets cold for the first time, and that's ditch the jackets, don the hey dudes, and get on a plane and head to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. So welcome to the all-inclusive exclusive. Come with us as we get out of here and head to warmer weather, the sun, the sand, and the beautiful, beautiful water. Let's go.
Oh, there it is.
Well, we made it to the airport, just waiting on the parking spot, and we will be off.
Well, the airport was not near as crowded as we thought it would be the day after Thanksgiving. I will say that having a Clear subscription was very helpful in speeding through security. Even though we arrived early for our flight, it's still nice to be able to get through quickly and have some time for pre-vacation drinks and a little breakfast. There was a restaurant and bar right beside our gate, and we started the day by splitting a breakfast sandwich, Kyle having a mimosa, and me a vodka soda. Or two. It was off to sunny Puerto Vallarta aboard our Southwest Airlines flight. It only took about 2.5 hours and we were navigating the Puerto Vallarta airport. The flight in was very smooth and we were one of the first flights it seemed that day, so luckily security and immigration were light and we were in and out quickly. We had pre-booked transportation, so the car was actually waiting on us, and we were lucky enough to have a bellman who was waiting to take our luggage and get us to the car quickly and without being barraged by all of the salespeople trying to give us rental cars or sell us timeshares. It was a very smooth process and we were lucky to get out to the taxi quickly and meet Rafael, who was there to take us to our resort.
What is going on, everybody? As you can see, we made it to Puerto Vallarta. A little bit of the footage getting through the airport. It was very smooth today. We are currently in our taxi heading to Pinnacle 179, and we will touch base as soon as we get checked in and show you a little bit of our room. Stay tuned.
Once in our taxi, Rafael gave us key points about the area, people we needed to meet, and places we needed to go. Even though we were staying close to the airport, the traffic in Puerto Vallarta is heavy, so plan ahead. We arrived at Pinnacle 179 and we were greeted at reception, where they took our luggage to be held until our room was ready, and they escorted us over from the main building to our building, as well as took us to the rooftop for a drink while our room was prepared. Check out these absolutely stunning views.
What is going on, y'all? We made it to Pinnacle 179 here in Zona de Romantica, Puerto Vallarta. And this is just the start of our journey. We just got our first drinks ordered. We are gonna get some food. We're waiting on our room. So stay tuned for the rest of the week. We'll have new videos every couple of days. Thanks for watching, and we'll get to it.
For drinks, Kyle had the margarita and I started with a Long Island iced tea on the roof. And with that, we're off down the hill to explore Zona de Romantica. It's all built into the mountains, so plan on a great leg workout if you're coming here. There's even a tram to get us up and down the hill, which we will use later during this trip, but for now we figured we would walk. We spent some time exploring the trip and seeing the places that we're going to be spending the next week exploring. We absolutely loved how busy it was, and there was a large amount of expats from both Canada and the United States who call this place home during the winter months up north. We couldn't believe how busy the streets were, even just after the holidays. Now it was time for our first stop on the Malecon, the Blue Shrimp restaurant. While Kyle had a margarita, I had the mandatory vodka soda. We ordered the Peruvian ceviche and enjoyed it with chips and crackers with habanero sauce. I made the mistake of saying it was not that hot, so they actually brought me out a habanero chutney from the kitchen. Needless to say, this was probably a mistake, and it was one of the hottest things I've ever eaten in my life. And while these habanero sauces were good, this one was the one that did me in. I will say that the staff here was very friendly and made great recommendations. And with that, we're back out to the street to explore a little bit more of town, and we actually ended up at Canto Del Mar, which you will see a few times throughout our future videos, and we were lucky enough to be serenaded by one of the great Puerto Vallarta street musicians, Erberto. After that beautiful song, it was time for one of our favorite spots on the Malecon in Puerto Vallarta, La Langosta Loca, the beach club, for a couple of drinks and amazing sunset views. It was great to see not just tourists, but families that were locals, expats, all there to watch the sunset together. I had a margarita and Kyle enjoyed a Corona. It was one of the most beautiful sunsets we had ever seen. After watching that beautiful sunset, we headed to Andales, which we were told is a very busy spot at night and a Puerto Vallarta staple. While we were out early this evening, you could tell that they were getting for a major rush. I had a Long Island, Kyle had a beer, and we enjoyed spending time talking to some of the local expats and bartenders who were so great and took such good care of us. After that, it was time to try some street food. On the way home, we stopped to get a cheesy dog, and the bread was absolutely the most impressive part. This thing was absolutely delicious, and I recommend you try one if you're ever in Puerto Vallarta. With that, the tram took us up the hill, and we decided to end day one here. We're going to go ahead and get some sleep, and we will see you in our video for day 2 tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the morning.